Hi, my name's Billy. I read books, and the books I'm going to read in the month of August 2023 are going to be completing series that I have ongoing. Starting with the Lycaonius trilogy and reading book 3, The Light of All That Falls. It's a decent book, decent sized book. This is about 800 pages long. Each book in this series seems to be getting bigger, and rather worryingly, my enjoyment of each book in this series so far has been decreasing. I gave the first book 4 out of 5. I gave the second book 3 out of 5. Where's this going to go? Is it going to be the same? Is it going to be an improvement, or is it going to drop off? I do not want an 800-page book that I'm not enjoying. But if I can read this, get this completed, it'll be another series done. Another series I can talk about next year when I do my ranking of completed series list, which I've done and will link down below. So the second book I will read, because I'm anticipating that I might have a bit of trouble with that third Lycaonius book. So I want to complete another series, and that's going to be The Righteous by David Ragg. And this is going to be book number 2 in the Articles of Faith duology. The first book was called The Black Hawks, and I read this maybe a year ago, maybe a bit longer than a year ago, and I enjoyed it. I was practically snorting coffee out of my nose. I was laughing that hard reading that book, and I'm hoping book 2 is just the same thing again. I don't want David Ragg to go, you know what, I'm going to make this a little bit more serious. I'm going to tell a really convincing tale. I don't want that. I want a really good laugh. I want Lemon, one of the characters in the Black Hawks, to be insulting everyone. I want her to be doing these brilliant comparisons to what a tarantula is, describing a tarantula like she did in book 1. I want more stuff like that. I want the Black Hawks to be at their foul-mouthed, insulting best, and I want to have a good time with it. I'm not expecting to come to you and review it and say, oh, this was a 5-star read. Oh, 4 out of 5, 4.5 out of 5. No, I just want a solid 3.5 out of 5. Riotous, laugh a minute book I can turn my brain off and zip through. That's what I'm hoping for. If you've not read The Black Hawks, you want a good laugh, give it a go. I've reviewed it. It's linked down below. I'm hoping to have a really good time. So that will mean I will probably be able to squeeze one more book in, because I will be continuing going through book 2 in The Wandering Inn by Pirate Arbor. I've been taking my time with this. This is a really, really big book, really big long series, and I'm doing spoiler talk videos for it as well, so I have to make notes as I'm going along. So I'm taking my time with it. It takes a bit of time to read it, make notes, and then obviously I film the videos as well for it. So I chip away at that while I'm going along. So I want something different. Then if I'm going to be able to get to another book this month, I'm going to go for either, now I know nothing about these books by the way, Touch by Claire North. Claire North, it's not a big book that either by the way. Claire North writes beautifully, absolutely beautifully. I've only read one other book of hers, which was The First 15 Lives of Harry August. And I said in the review for that book that people describe the sky. You know, people have always described the sky at night. Characters always look up and see the clouds or the sky or the stars or whatever. How can you describe that in a beautiful way? Claire North does. Lots of people have described climbing up a tree and trying to get over a fence. How can you describe that in a beautiful way? Why would anybody put so much care and effort into describing that? Well, Claire North does. So I want to read another book by hers. I've got this. I've got 1 or 2 others on the Kindle as well, because I just want to read everything she's written. She's written under different names as well, so I'm going to go and find what books they were and go and read them. But the blurb on this is like poignant and intensely gripping, little short of a masterpiece, a mesmerising thriller. It's just, I just want to read more of Claire North's writing, so I will potentially give that a go. Or, if this is a science fiction book, The Girl with All the Gifts. Not a particular book. I think this is going to be a bit of a tearjerker. I've seen it on a few top 10 lists, top 20 lists from other science fiction channels I follow, and yeah, I'll give it a go. Written by M.R. Carey. I don't know if they're male or female. I don't know anything about this book, but you can see on the front, on the back, and on the inside, it's got a heck of a lot of praise. But then again, what does that mean? Well, I read a book by Ishiguro, the Fallen Giant, or the Lost Giant once. That was like wall-to-wall praise, and it was shit. You know, that's me being polite. You know, it wasn't very good. So I'm not going to be just befooled or sucked in by all the praise on the book. I will go into it with an open mind. I've deliberately don't read up on the book, because I just see them recommended and then I go for them. So yeah, that's what I'm hoping to read in the month of August. Let me know what you're reading. If you've read either of these, if you've read either of them, let me know what you thought of them. I'll be very interested to hear, but don't spoil it for me. Alright, if you've enjoyed the video, give it a big thumb, consider subscribing, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.